Hey guys, welcome back to the Camping Loop. Today we're talking about the most important upgrade you guys are going to have to do if you bought or maybe thinking about buying one of these Coleman budget-friendly campers. Stay tuned. Alright guys, not sure how many of you are aware of this, but these budget-friendly Coleman 17B, 17R, I think even the next size up, do not come with a spare tire. Not only do they not come with a spare tire, but they give you probably one of the cheapest tires on the market. Definitely prone to blowouts, bulges, tire tread delamination. So this is something you guys are definitely going to want to address before you hit the road on those camping trips. The last thing you want is to be sitting on the side of the road, either picked up a nail or a blowout or something like that. Basically, you're left with two options at that point. You're either dropping the camper, running somewhere to get a new tire, or you're looking at a big, hefty flatbed towing bill. We've been carrying this tire in the back of the truck on all our trips, and it's just kind of taking up too much room. So today we're going to walk you through how to mount one of these carriers on the back. I got a few tools I got to set up, and we'll walk you guys through this step by step. All right, guys, so step number one, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and measure your bumper. Ours came out to 84 inches or 7 feet, so we know that half of that's 42. I got that marked on there. We know that this mount is 4 inches wide, so we went ahead and marked 2 inches over to the left, 2 inches over to the right, and we know it's centered right there. Again, guys, couple things to keep in mind here while you're measuring. Maybe you carry a ladder on the back. Maybe you carry one of those portable black tanks or a bike rack or something like that. So I'm not sure if you're going to want yours centered or not. That's something you're going to have to figure out. We don't have anything on the back ours here, so I think it would look a little goofy if it was off to the left or right. Another thing that you're going to want to consider is, depending on which mount you get, your offset could be weird here for mounting your tires. So if the two bolts are left and right like that one there, you may have to adjust this one way or another to the left or right. All right, guys, step number two, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and get your hardware all figured out, especially if you're doing this by yourself. I like to go ahead and attach these on here so that the top will kind of hold it on, and I'll be able to bolt the bottom bolts on here. Let me get the hardware in here, get this situated, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So again, just go through there. You're not tightening anything down tight right now. You're just kind of getting it so everything is situated, and it'll rest right here on the top of this bumper and hold it for you. So there's one side there. Let me grab the hardware for this side. Slide that through. These are pretty self-explanatory, guys. I don't think you're going to have a whole lot of trouble putting these together. You know, you can order different styles and stuff like that on Amazon. One of them is one that flips down in case you got a cubby hole or something like that you got to get back here for. Prices kind of range. I mean, again, this one was $12, but it was 2 or 3 years ago. You know, I think I saw them on there recently for $24, $25, something like that. So now, with these attached, we should be able to slide this right over the bumper, just like so, and have it hold there for you. We're going to go ahead and get the hardware situated for these bottom bolts, get them attached here, and then we'll tighten everything down one by one as we go through. Alright guys, once you got your bolts in here, step number 3 is to be able to move this thing, slide it any way you need to go. We left these loose on purpose, that way we are able to slide it back and forth and get it centered. It may have moved around a little bit while you were mounting it. Ours is perfect here, you can tell by the tape. We're going to go ahead and get these torqued down. I like to do 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of opposite corners. It's just the way I was taught to do things. I guess it really doesn't matter too much on this. One. Not sure the specs, guys. Just torque them down until everything starts to bend and break, and you should be pretty good. Not sure. And torque. That should work. Alright, guys, step number 4, after you get everything torqued down to specs, of course. Go ahead and get your spare tire out, figure out which hole of these you're going to use to mount it on. We're going to go with the top holes. That's where the offset is on ours to get everything centered on here nice. Just a simple carriage bolt right through here. Again, if you make sure all your hardware is ready to go, if you're doing this by yourself, it's going to be a lot easier for you. Let me get this camera set up and we'll show you how to mount this on here. Really this simple, just throw your carriage bolt through your hole, get that lined up where you need to be. Figure out which one of these holes you're going to use to get this mounted up. We're going to go ahead and use the centered one. Get that sitting on there. If all goes right, you should be able to balance it just fine. Throw your washer and your lock washer on and your nut. Torque everything down, and you guys should be in good shape. That ain't going nowhere. Alright guys, so step number 5, the last thing you're going to want to do is make sure you get some sort of tire cover or something like that, or at least keep the tire protected. The last thing you're going to want to do is let it sit down here in this beating sun and just dry rot and go to hell for you. They sit on here a long time. You want to make sure it's ready to go. For now, we just got some protectant. We went ahead and ordered a custom tire cover that we're going to get. I think it's supposed to be here in a couple weeks, something like that. We're just going to throw some of this on here for now. If you want to see the other 5 upgrades we did, tune in right here, and we will see you all next week.